Oscar Wilde, a very famous Irish poet, once said, "Art, like morality, consists in drawing a line somewhere." A very pleasant day I've been to the honorable judges, worthy and timekeepers, and those who are watching this video of mine. You must be wondering why I quoted a saying earlier, and it is because that is the main focus of my speech today, which is drawing a line. My intention today is crystal clear, which at the end of my speech today, I hope all of us can at least get the idea of why drawing a line somewhere is important. However, in order for us to do that, let me explain the meaning of art of drawing a line. According to the Cambridge Online Dictionary, the meaning of art of drawing a line means to put a limit on what we will do or allow to happen, especially because we feel something is wrong or not looking good. I have some very obvious examples of situations which I will share with all of you in a while. First and foremost, we need to draw a line in order for us to say a face, unless we are kind of people who give zero cares about the other's feeling and are just completely shameless, which I think is highly unlikely to happen. For instance, just recently, something shocked the world took place in the very prestigious event known as Oscar Award. I'm pretty sure all of you know which incident I'm referring to. Chris Rock, a very famous comedian, was talking to the audience, and in his way to be humorous, unbeknownst to him, someone was offended. The clip from that night can still be found online, where we see Will Smith going up to the stage and giving Chris Rock a hard slap across his face, all because his joke on Will Smith's wife was offended. In Chris Rock's words, that was the greatest night in the history of television. Although there are a lot of speculation on the incident, one thing we can be certain about is Chris Rock crossed the line. Being a comedian doesn't give him right to joke about someone's illness or as matter of a fact that can be offensive to anyone. He paid the price and should be in the first place not joke about that. He would save his face and that event would not be turned awkward. So, for people like us, we should remember there is a fine line between what we can or can't do or say. It's true that our mind work fast, that our tongue work faster than our mind, but we can train it by making a habit of only saying what is necessary. It makes our life so much better. Ladies and gentlemen, next I will discuss why, by drawing a line, we can avoid any misunderstanding. A long time ago, smiling at strangers at the grocery shop would be a polite thing to do. Nowadays, some might mistake us smiling at them as the act of crossing a line, where we actually can be accused of harassing them simply by smiling and make them feel uncomfortable. This, in a way, has given others that a fine line has been crossed regardless, whether it's intentional or not. Thus, it is only right if we happen to lock eyes with a stranger, give them a thin smile, and direct our gaze away from them quickly. This will save us from some embarrassment that might have been caused from that short encounter. So, when we do that, we actually respect others by not doing things that might make them feel uncomfortable. Because, believe it or not, staring blankly at a stranger is considered rude nowadays. The idea that we know boundaries is what makes us a little bit more beautiful morally, and naturally, we won't have any problem because we stick to this side of the line that we have drawn initially. Another situation that I want to bring forward today is a freedom of speech. It is true, in today's world, everyone fighting for everyone a freedom of speech, but there is something not to be taken lightly, and we must lawfully understand what it means. Therefore, it is always the best option to keep silent and to say nothing when we really do not fully understand something and that matter has got nothing to do with us. It also will save us from some backlashes that we might get from saying something wrong or hurtful to others. Therefore, meditate, take a deep breath, and do whatever we can to hold our tongue from saying unnecessary things. And when we do speak, make a habit to stay cool, calm, and collected. This is another way of making people comfortable around us. And who knows, we might come across as beautiful and genuine to them. Thus, if we go back to our main topic today, which is drawing a line, this is definitely a good example that all of us can at least have to take heed of, because talking too much is always not good. The saying less is more prove it all. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I just want to say that there is no written rules of what line not to cross, or even instruction on how to draw a line. But if we live an upright life, respect others, love ourselves, we can be loved by others easily. And that is actually more than enough to make us remember not to cross any line and to put a limit on what we can do or say. With that, I'll thank all of you for being all ears. Until next time.